how to instantly feel better, calmer, and relieved of any stress. So, I'm going to give you a few techniques that you can use and will help you in your life in stressful situations, or maybe when you're feeling anxious, or you're feeling any negative thoughts or emotions. Now, these techniques I've used for myself. I'm giving them to you here completely for free. So, number one, and this comes from a primal biological feeling that you have in your mother's womb. So, when you're in your mother's womb before you're born, there is an isolation of sound, but there are a few things that you might hear as an unborn fetus or growing baby. One of those things are a heartbeat. Now, you have your own heartbeat. Now that you're separated from your mother, you have your own heartbeat if you're alive or conscious. Sometimes unconscious, you may still potentially hear your own heartbeat. Now, in order to hear your own heartbeat, you need to isolate the sounds. But there is a technique that you can use in order to remind yourself that your heart is beating. You can do this by putting your hand over your heart. Now, there may be some biological components of your body that is causing you to not be able to feel your heartbeat through your chest. This could be because maybe like me, you have a decent sized pectoral muscle, or you have breasts, which of course is causing you to not find your heartbeat, which I know can cause you to feel anxious if you're trying this technique. So another thing you can do is you can try to not press harder, because this of course could cause you some pain or cause you some distress, but you can find your pulse in different other parts of your body. For example, in your neck, by placing two fingers on your neck, you will find a pulse. Another way is to place your two fingers on your temples, because there is a slight pulse there with the blood that's going to your brain. Another way you can do this is placing your two fingers on your wrist, as you also have your pulse found in your wrist. Once you've found this, you should be able to find a tempo. Now, depending on what type of negative emotion or biological chemical reaction is happening in your body, your heartbeat might be moving fairly fastly. This could cause you to stress more. So there's another way that you can try to slow or calm your heartbeat if you're wanting to calm down, feel relieved of stress or any panic. The way you can do this is controlling your breathing. So if your heartbeat is too fast, you can then control your breathing, which of course can slow your pulse back down to a normal rate. I wouldn't advise holding your breath. Instead, I would advise controlling your breathing in through the mouth, out through the nose. Even if you're not feeling a high emotion that is causing your pulse to be fast, try this anyway, as this will help you control your body, which in turn is going to help you control any stress or negative emotions or panic attacks that you might be having. So, hyperventilating is when you're breathing quite fast. What you want is you want powerful breaths. So make sure you're breathing, but you want a powerful, strong intake of air. Let it out. Letting the air out through your nose is going to be a lot better. For some reason, I can't explain it scientifically and biologically, but when I try this technique, it does work for me a lot better if I'm letting the air out through my nose. If you're letting it out through your mouth, you might find that if you're breathing quite fast because you're still feeling panic or anxious or any type of negative emotions, you're going to breathe out through your mouth too fast, and it could cause you to feel lightheaded. That, of course, you don't want to do if you're feeling anxious or stressed or in a very stressful, high anxious situation. Another thing you can do is you can isolate sounds. Sound is a very powerful sense. So if you isolate sounds that are around you or that you're consuming, then you can control any sounds that are making you feel anxious. So in this case, you can do quite a few things. You can control the sound that you're hearing by using music, headsets, or headphones. You can cover your ears, which is what people do if they are usually, uh, how do I say, if people have a disability, they tend to cover their ears if they're feeling an emotion they can't control and they are going to react in a way that they can't control because of a sound. So, a natural human thing to do is to cover your ears if this is the case. So, if you're ever wondering why someone that might be feeling a panic attack might cover their ears, this is because they want to control that sense that they're feeling. They're having a hyper sense, a lot of that sense coming to them, and they don't like it. So, they're trying to control that. You can do the same with your eyes. If there's anything you're seeing that is making you feel that negative emotion, and then of course is making you feel stressed or anxious, then you can also close your eyes. Think of this as a form of meditating. If you're controlling the sound and sight and technically the taste because you're controlling your breathing, so you won't have anything else coming in and out of your mouth, then that is a way that you can calm yourself down instantly. Another thing you can do is controlling your other senses. So think about the other senses that you are using, and you can try to control that, minimize that, and that can help you to calm down. These are the few things that I've noticed when I'm trying to calm down in a stressful situation. And I'm also very good at explaining things, so I'm able to explain it in a video that you can watch right here. So if you're controlling the sound or maybe a taste, let's say taste. So there are a few things that might be causing you discomfort in your mouth that you're tasting that is causing you to feel a negative emotion. Usually not as bad as the other senses, but depending on what you put in your mouth and you're tasting it, then yeah, it could be really bad. Water is the next option. So you can rinse out your mouth, even if you don't have anything disgusting in your mouth or something that you don't want to taste. Take that water, rinse out your mouth, give it a gargle, and spit that out. Also, considering all the other things that I've just given to you that can help you calm down, your pulse, your breathing, controlling the sound, controlling the sight, you're now controlling the taste. The next is very important. Feeling. What are you feeling? There might be something on your body that you're feeling and you might be in pain. So, for this, if you're controlling your other senses, depending on how you're controlling your other senses, this could also help you calm down. This is why we watch things to relieve pain, because it gives us an attention to a different sense rather than the feeling of that pain. You're using a different sense as opposed to the one that is currently in discomfort. So if you're in physical pain and you're feeling physical pain, you can control your sight, what you're watching, what you're hearing, and what you're tasting, because what you're tasting can also give you a positive chemical reaction in your body that makes you feel good. So try having your favorite food if you're having, of course, a painful reaction in your body and you're feeling something that is making you feel discomfort. Now, these points sound very simple, but they get very complicated depending on what's causing you to feel stressed, anxious, or uncomfortable. Hopefully, my tips here have helped you, and this is why I've named the title. Well, I'm not sure how I'm going to title the video yet, but this is why I've decided to upload this video in this way and give it the title that it has, because these are my more or less tips on how you can feel calmer if you're feeling some sort of discomfort. And there's more that I can teach you and more that I've learned. I am now 34 years old at the time of me making this video. And in my life, I've definitely had some discomfort and discouraging and negative emotions in my life that I've gone through. So I just thought I'd share this with you today as it was something that just cropped up into my mind. I'm uploading it at a weird time right here on YouTube, but hopefully this helps you and reaches you, helps you feel instantly calmer, better in yourself in a stressful, possibly just feeling discomfort in any kind of way, just helping you. My name's Anthony Allen. I upload a variety of content here. This is a different one that I decided to upload just on a whim. Hopefully it reaches you and helps you. Thanks for watching.